Hello, my friends, and welcome to this pick a card reading. And today we'll be looking at the question, is it over? Now, this could be a multitude of different things. This could be a relationship, this could be a situation, this could be a period of anything. But is it over? And I'll also be looking at your options around that. But it was just a question that came to me today. So I'm just going to explore that with you and see what comes up. This is pile 1 with the movie tarot. This is pile 2 with the pulp tarot. And this is pile 3 with the star spinners tarot. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I will see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, my friends, and welcome to pile 1. Welcome. My intro was like going into the same as I do my daily tarot reading, so I'm sorry about that. So the question is today, is it over? Now, the sense I'm getting from this is, there's a sense of tenterhooks. Like, you don't know if something is over yet. You don't know if there's going to be a twist or turn. It seems like this situation, whatever it is, it just seems like every time you think it's over, it's not. Every time you think that it's going to end, it's not. It seems like there's this kind of like plot twist, something just happening. You just don't know. It's almost like, you're like you're watching a movie or some kind of thriller or something. And also, that you're not in control. It's almost like there's something else that's in control of it. And there's almost a sense of like you believing that external forces are in control, that there are other factors in control that pull the strings. You're not in control. So let's have a look with the tarot what the situation is. And as I said in the introduction, it could be a multitude of different things. It could be, like, sorry for the noise. It could be a romantic situation. It could be a, like a situation with, like school, work, university, anything like that. You could be awaiting results of something. So will this end? Is it over? Is it over for pile 1? Is it over for pile 1? Is this situation, is it over? I'll apologize for any kind of extra noise that you hear. I've just got really loud people that talk on my road. We've just got, and my window, the place where I film is right next to the window. Okay, 10 of Cups comes up first. Is it over for pile 1? That's too many. So I'll just take the one that's turned over. King of Wands reversed. Is it over? Perfect. 7 of Cups reversed. The Page of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. So we have a lot of people involved in this situation. And we do have a king, queen, and a page. So this could be a family situation. And it seems to be with somebody who's pretty unpredictable. Somebody who you can't seem to trust. I have a feeling that you are this Queen of Swords. And the Page of Wands could be a child. It could be you may have a child with this person. There was a situation where you could have like lived in you could have lived in a, you know, in a harmonious situation, but I feel it was with the cost of kind of having to deal with the sense of behavior that's coming from the King of Wands. I don't usually follow it, but it's hitting me right now. You know, Indiana Jones is, you know, he's an explorer. He kind of follows himself. He doesn't listen to rules. He doesn't listen to anything, but he knows how to get the best thing, and he knows the best way to get it. Like he knows where the prizes are, where the kind of the top artifacts are, and he's able to go and get them and be brave enough to get them. When it's reversed, it's almost like there's this promise of that. There was a promise of someone being this person that could be this type of explorer. With this Page of Wands as well, I feel like this is either like a learning situation from the relationship, or it could be a child. If there is no child involved, it could be basically the idea that this relationship doesn't work. The time was nice when, you know, you were together. There was like a sense of, you know, there's a strong possibility that you could be friends, you know, even though this King of Wands is reversed. It just feels like this King of Wands has just got some issues that are going on, and the reality of the situation has come to light. It almost seems that this King of Wands was trying to make everything okay, and then decided that, or not decided, actually, you know, came out clean and said, look, I'm not coping well. We've got a very understanding situation happening here. Very understanding. So in the respect of, is something over? I see a situation that is between two people that could be a partnership. I'm not seeing a marriage, but it could be just like a long-term serious relationship which has involved children, and now it's coming to a kind of end. It's interesting because we have the Ten of Cups here, so I feel like the dynamic between them is still good, but there's some issues with this King of Wands. The Page of Wands is about the situation and about how, like, or it could be a child, as I mentioned, but I feel with this Queen of Swords, particularly with this character of Sharon Stone that's like speaking to me, it's a very calculated character. It's a character that understands the dynamics of the situation and is willing to take a mature outlook on it. With the King of Wands reversed, there's a bit of a lack of maturity. And the Page of Wands here, there is this sense of like understanding that there is things that need to happen. And I'm taking into account with the fact that it is this character from Men in Black, you know, it's the whole ethos behind Men in Black is keeping something secret. So that's working within the context of what the dynamics are. So there's something maybe about it not being known. I don't think it's a malicious secret, but it's almost like this person might not want the situation to come to light that they have got issues. And the Queen of Swords is kind of, she's like, well, this is where I am, so take it or leave it. So that's what I'm seeing. And then let's have a look at what the astrology is saying. Dear Spirit, that was quick. Saturn. Right, so this is an important lesson for all involved. Because, as I said, I don't really see any conflict as such. I see just somebody who's not able to cope. That's what I see. I see that somebody who may have entered into a dynamic that doesn't really, that they can't fulfill because of their own issues. So let's have a look at what the archetype cards have to say. Dear Spirit, is it over for pile 1? is the situation over for pile 1? You know, we've also got to consider like the idea of when we say over. What is it that's over? You know, this period, and this is why I kind of like left it open so that we could explore those dynamics within the reading. Is it over? Mediator. Well, so it was reversed. Every time I've picked these, they're all reversed. No, they're not. I thought my cards, because I did the reading before, but I didn't really like them. I wanted to do the reading again. So, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument, and the shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So, I don't see these two working with any kind of... I don't see any maliciousness here. I do with the King of Wands. King of Wands, you know, when I see the King or the Queens like reversed, I get reminded of the Emperor and the Empresses reversed. So, or the Empress reversed. So, somebody who is trying to be a mediator, and that explains that perfectly. So it's almost like there's a sense of trying to keep the peace, but the reality is that it actually exposes this person as someone who can't keep the peace, someone who can't mediate in an adult way. So that seems to me what's happening. I hope you can see that. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. So... interesting. Okay, let's have a little look at the Shamanic Oracle. You've got 2. Integration and emotional release. How interesting, integration. I think there's a real like need to integrate experiences, and this can't happen with this character here because they're having their own issues with being able to integrate. So how are they going to integrate? You know, how are they going to do that? And it's really important for that person to recognize what they're doing to this dynamic. Let's see what the rest of the cards say, because is it over? Pile 1, is it over? The World. The 4 of Coins reversed. Emotional release. The 5 of Cups. Wow. This is a real karmic lesson for this group of people. So is it over? I don't think it is. Whatever it is, I don't think it is, because I think certain things are gonna... Wow, Justice is reversed. It's not over. But I don't think that, I don't know what you would deem as successful, or what you would deem as something that would be, there's not a successful outcome here, I don't think. But the phase of this is over. Yes, the phase is over, but there's something new beginning. There is an emotional release of understanding that this can't continue. There's some deep sorrow about what was there. That 10 has come down to the 5. So it's about, you know, purging, getting rid of, starting again. But what I do see that's really nice is that all people within this situation are able to take all of the elements that they understand, and they're able to transmute it and transcend it. They're able to work with it. I feel like all of the people that are involved in this situation, they've got good heads on their shoulders, including this King of Wands. I feel like there's a good sense that I'm getting from him, even though, and it could be a she, it doesn't have to be a he, but whatever this masculine energy is who's embodying that, and whatever they're going through, they know that they're going through shit, and they know that it is affecting others around them. So they need to fix themselves, and they will, because essentially they're good people. It may not work out the first time. I don't know. I don't feel like this is a permanent like defeat, but I just feel like on first attempt, you know, sometimes people think that they can get away with stuff. They think that they can start again. I mean, I'll give you the example that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of somebody with a couple with a young child, and then there's some destructive behavior that's come into play, and the female of the couple, or, you know, whoever it is, it still can be a heterosexual couple, but the energy of the female that is present within the couple is saying, I'm not going to stand for this. And the Page of Wands is like, there could be, as I said, a child involved, or it could be a you know, this is what I've learned from this situation. And because of this, that's why the Magician has appeared, because it means to me that they both, and the situation is embodying a sense of transformation and also an ability to move on and grow, particularly with this integration card and also with the emotional release. It means that there's some deep trauma that is being released, particularly with the world as well, because it's the fifth element, this one, which is beautiful. I love that film. And it's about, you know, the amalgamation of everything together. It's interesting how we don't have the Fool, but it's like 21 and 20 and 1. So it's interesting how this, you know, kind of, this transformation is occurring, but not without the sense of disappointment. And there is 2 cups that come out after this, you know. 2 cups is still open. So there is a possibility to reconcile, because it seems like what was there of the relationship is still valuable. So in answer to the question, do I think it's over? If it's in relation to a relationship, no, I don't think it's over. I don't. I do see some real work that needs to be done. But there's always, you know, I don't want to give people hope, but, you know, it's up to the people involved. And if the Queen of Swords is like, nah, I don't want to give that person a chance, well, then that's what it is, isn't it? But there's always a chance. Okay, so let's pull some of these. Is it over for pile 1? Is it over for pile 1? The scales, balance. If it isn't a relationship, it could be 2 friends. It could be 2 people that are close with each other. And they are like, wow, well, you know, I have to really understand my boundaries. You know, it could be 2 friends. This is balance. This is, you know, the scales have got to be the same. There's no way that this dynamic can work if the scales are not the same. If the balance is not correct. And this is what's needed. Because there was an imbalance. That King, I mean, it's weird because, like, you know, you've got the 10 of Cups there, but that King of Wands being reversed is very dominant. And that Queen of Swords ain't having it. I invoke laughter, and it's reversed. interesting. We have vultures here as well, I think. So I don't know, I just get a sense of this King of Wands is someone who likes to use joking, laughter, maybe does things as a distraction for the bullshit that he does as well. That's what I got. So so yeah, I'm definitely picking that up. So, and also if, I mean, the people to cope within this situation, you know, laughter is important, but I don't know, I just see more of a piss-takey vibe with that being reversed. Humour is being used in the wrong way. And I think possibly the sense of seriousness has to come up in order to deal with the situation. The Lady and Cauldron, the womb. So the Lady is embodiment. It is the Empress energy. I wouldn't be surprised if this King of Wands like has some kind of demonization towards the female form because of what he's going through. And it might be something connected to birth. It might be something connected to the mother, the relationship with the mother on his side. So yeah, there's something going on there. But I think also the idea of the cauldron is where things get mixed together. So there's this sense of alchemy that is taking place as well. This sense of transformation. Interesting, we have like a little vial here and then we have the cauldron. I don't see vials in any of the other magicians. And I don't usually get the cauldron. So there's a sense of like having to like really test, mix, see if things happen. If they don't, then try again. You know, there's this sense of like trying to work things out. I do have a positive feeling about this. I do feel like things can get worked out, but I don't know. She looks pretty stern, that Queen of Swords. So yeah. So in regards to the question, is this over? Far from it. I don't think it's over at all. But this phase of this is over. Like this phase is over, and now it's about to enter a new phase where people are really going to try. Maybe there's a sense of like trying again, giving another chance of the relationship. Yeah, there may be that. But there's deep karmic lessons that need to be learned elsewhere, and I think things need to be taken seriously. There also could be a sense of taking it too seriously, but I don't get that. I don't know. I feel like this King of Wands, as I said, is a joker, and he uses humor, or this person uses humor to cover up serious issues, and the Queen of Swords has had enough. I feel like she's been helping him to sort out some stuff, and release things emotionally. But there's some work he needs to do. And until that happens, you know, things can't really change. So, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Very interesting reading. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And do subscribe for more. I upload every day. But I hope this video helped you. I feel like, you know, there is hope for this situation. I really do. So be hopeful about what's going to happen. Just be aware that, you know, you've got some things, you've all got things to work on. And there needs to be a sense of patience that goes on with this King of Wands. and helping him, because I feel like there is a possibility of being able to do things and being able to get through things, but I feel like it's got to be done the hard way, with hard work and graft, and it can't be done unless like there's some real confrontation of certain negative patterns of belief about the female form. So I hope that makes sense, my darlings. Take care, and I'll see you in future readings. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. This is for Is It Over? Now, as I mentioned to pile 1, and also in the beginning of the pile selection, this could mean, or this could apply to a multitude of different things. This could be a relationship, this could be a situation, this could be anything. So we'll just see what the cards bring up. Now, with this particular deck, what I'm getting is a sense of facade, a sense of appearances, you know, trying to keep appearances of things, making sure that things look a certain way. And also the idea that if it looks that way, is that really the truth of what's happening? Is that really what's going on? Is it really over? Do you really think that the situation has ended? Let's see what the cards have to say. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Magician again. Wow. Interesting. And it's the Knight of Pentacles, not the King. You got 2, so I'll take them. 4 of Cups reversed, and the Moon reversed. This could be a situationship. It could be a third-party situation. Sorry for the noise, my darlings. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're going away on holiday and like some, and they're like, they've got a big van outside and it's, yeah, pretty noisy. But it doesn't help that I've only got single glazed windows on my top bit, like they're antique, so I have to, so they're single glazed. Anyway, TMI, bottom of the deck energy is Page of Pentacles. It's interesting, I don't really see much female energy here. So this Three of Cups, what is this referring to? I don't really see a third party situation, even though it could be. We've got 3 reversed to the 4 reversed. So there's some realization that's coming through as a result of this kind of disharmonious situation. And it's about something that was unknown. It could be some kind of family secret that has come out, you know, that has caused a rift between the family. That could also be the case. It's also that, and it could be because of disputes with money. There may have been someone that passed. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to pause it until these people have stopped chatting. Thank you for your patience, my friends. So yeah, it feels like there's this kind of unknown situation that's happened underneath the surface. And with the Magician here, there's some kind of, there's somebody who's really able to kind of navigate the situation for everybody. I feel like it's to do with money. I don't really feel like it's to do with love, but I feel it might be. It may even be this Knight of Pentacles is like the Magician, because I don't know, or this Magician is having to have this stoic sense, having to have this this sense of where they're being like the Knight of Pentacles. They're having to bide their time because there's this disharmonious situation that's occurring, and people are not able to get what they want out of the situation, essentially. It's quite a tricky situation. I'm finding it quite difficult to like look into it, actually, because there's a lot of secretiveness around. People aren't being dodgy, but people aren't communicating anything with each other. And this is known, that people are not communicating. It's also something else. There's something else outside that's going on. Let's see what the astrology has to say. Immediately. Leo. Reversed. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. So this is causing everybody to not function as a family. I definitely feel this could be like a family situation, particularly with that Leo. It split the family. It feels like that. Because first of all, I thought brothers. But this also could be a business. But I'm feeling more family because there's emotions involved. And emotions wouldn't be involved in a business. It might be two people that have started up a business together. And one provided the money in some respect. But then this one was the person who kind of brought the ideas and basically made it happen, you know. Was able to bring ideas in to actually make, but it seems like it hasn't worked. So this person here possibly has realized that they have to move on, and they need to take the opportunity that they can and get out. But they may have done this in a way that is also undercover from that Knight of Pentacles in order to kind of like maximize on this sense of enterprise, and also gain some kind of sense of business, of their own business. Okay, right. Archetypes. Sorry about that. I got a little bit distracted with all that noise going on outside, and there was nothing I could do to kind of alleviate it. It was just being as noisy as heck. It was crazy. I really need to move to a quieter place, I think. Is it over for pile 2? Is it over for pile 2? Thank you. Wounded child. Awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. Shadow attributes, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resists moving on through forgiveness. So yeah, this kind of ties in with the family aspect that I was talking about. There's a desire to heal things within the family, but there may be some dark secret that's happening. In the context of business, it's understanding where the needs of the business came from. Because, you know, people aspire to certain goals for different reasons, don't they? And that might come from a, you know, a need to express oneself. To be able to come across and be able to, you know, have a solution to a problem that may be originating from a wounded child. But it is upright, so it's saying to me that there's this sense of like real recognition of that. Because we've got the Four of Cups reversed. But there's something externally. Healing energy, and it's reversed. Interesting. So the healing energy is blocked. It's blocked in some way. Very interesting. Okay, let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Is it over? Pile 1. Oh, sorry, pile 2. Is it over? 6 of Wands reversed. 9 of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Swords upright. That's too many. Well, we have an extra one. 3 of Swords reversed. 2 of Swords upright. King of Wands reversed. When things don't pan out the way that they're supposed to, when things don't work out the way that they're supposed to, particularly like, look, you've got 9 of Cups reversed and you've also got the 6 of Wands, so this is kind of a double blow. It's kind of like nobody's getting what they want. Page of Cups, there's almost like a sense of like not really listening to each other. Page of Swords is interesting. It's almost like emotionally there is communication to a certain extent, but not that much. It's almost like, yeah, I hear you, but not really. And that's because this healing is going on, but also what I see is that there's this sense of detachment that's occurring because of the previous hurt, because it hasn't worked, because of this 3 of Cups, because it seems to me like people that can't work together. So people have taken the best opportunity that they can and made the best out of a bad situation. It's unfortunate because it brings out the worst in both. Is the situation over? I don't think so. No way. No way is it over. No way. Bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Wands. So both parties are wanting to come forward, but they're not. Interesting. Definitely fits in with the idea of keeping up appearances, of trying to portray some kind of like image in order to, you know, maintain the status quo. Particularly if it's a business and you're looking at other prospective buyers or other prospective business owners. You want to give a good impression, don't you, of the company so that people will buy it. Koi fish. Yeah, there's a real struggle against the flow of how things should be, how they could work together, how they can move together. So is the situation over? I think it is far from over. But the thing is that I feel like there's some real work that needs to be done in the communication aspect. Look at this. Sword, sword, sword. Page 3, 2. And the thing is that you're kind of over your grievances. You're kind of over like being hurt at each other. The Prophet. And also this sense of like knowing what the others are feeling, like knowing what's going on. I don't think they know what's going on. I don't think you really know. So I think there needs to be twice as much effort to find out about what's going on. Because otherwise then this bullshit starts to happen with the moon, the reversed. Communication is really key in this situation. Really, really key. Okay, let's have a look at what these cards have to say. I care for the earth. In context of being with others, there's a sense of compassion that's not here. I feel like it's quite cold, you know, quite like direct. With the King of Wands reversed, I get this Emperor-like energy. And the Emperor is very dictatorial, doesn't really consider anything feminine. And I mean, if you look, we do have the pages here. But you know, the pages is also like young children. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was this sense of like young wounded children that are arguing over something. But they're just in grown-up bodies. So with that being said, how do you move beyond that? And that's about self-healing. That's about understanding that both of you are wounded children. And that you can work through this and you can understand each other. Okay, let's see what these cards have to say. Oh, wow. Wizard, spiritual impeccability. So, I mean, both of you, but both the parties involved have like that real knowing of what they're doing. They know how they're coming across. They know how to fix this situation. So, can you do me a favor and can you just like do it, please? Because, you know, is this situation over? No, it's not. You can fix it. You can fix it. You just need to talk to each other. Purpose. It was reversed. I know what I am here to do. You don't know what you're here to do because you're not talking to each other. Need to talk to each other. Need to communicate. Communicate. And then things will change. But this speculation, so much speculation and bullshit, that's not the way to go. It's not a mature way to go. I don't see maturity here. I see a lot of like chatting shit. And I think that you need to get over that if you want to like get over this situation. Is it over? No, I don't think it is over. We've got majorly minor arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is, you know, you can sort this out. You can sort this out. You can fix this. Pile 2. This is very much in your hands. Very much in your hands. Just like she's holding this egg. Or them two are holding that egg. It's very much in your hands. Stop mind reading. Stop going against the flow. Have decent conversations with each other. Be the grown-up one to like embrace each other so that you can actually discuss your needs, your wants, and get over this problem because it's bullshit. You need to get over it. You need to get over it. If it's a family feud between money, inheritance, anything like that, if it's between families, talk. You know, families go years without talking to each other sometimes, and it's just so stupid, I feel. You know, years and years of like that relationship that could have been enjoyed with each other are dismissed on some stupid argument that really is absolutely irrelevant. So yeah. And believe me, I understand that. I've got family who are not speaking to each other, haven't spoken to each other for almost 20 years or longer, over the most stupid thing, I should say. I won't go into any details about that, but it is ridiculous. So I would really consider just swallowing your pride and welcoming each other. And being open to each other and knowing that, you know, your purpose doesn't include this bullshit. It includes something so much bigger. I hope that resonates with you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do share, subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, I shall see you in the next reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This is for the question, is it over? There's a story being told here. Like with all of the cards, there's always like lots of stories that are happening. But with this particular deck, I feel like there's a story. There's a storyline. And this story doesn't necessarily have a happy ending. It may have a confusing ending. There may be twists and turns. Similar to pile 1 with the whole movie aspect. But with fairy tales, there's a sense of a more kind of melancholic fairy tale, and also there is a moral that's usually attached to it. There's some kind of lesson that we need to learn. So that's what I'm getting from this deck. Let's have a little look at what the tarot is going to say initially about this situation. Is it over? Pile 3, is it over? Dear Spirit, could you help me with this question? Is it over? Pile 3, is it over? Is it over? Pile 3, is it over? 5 cards, please. So, the 3 of Cups. Sorry, the 2 of Cups. The Hermit. The 9 of Pentacles. The 6. Yeah, the 6 of Wands. Wow, that appeared in pile 2 as well, reversed as well. And the 10 of Swords. Wow, the ending of some kind of friendship, some kind of either friendship, partnership. Yeah, something. And then there's this period of isolation that's happened. It's interesting. I feel there's 2 energies here. I feel like one has decided to go into some sense of introspection, and one is deciding to become independent. Particularly with that hefty owl. And it's because the relationship or whatever it was, It's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem very successful. It seems like there's a lot of drama that's going on between it. It doesn't seem to be working. It's because the actual relationship is, you know, you've got somebody who's very independent. You've got 2 people that are exceptionally independent. You've got one that actually wants to be on their own, and then you've got the other one that is kind of, they're their own person. They're exceptionally independent. So you've got 2 different personality types that are here. So if this is talking about a relationship and is it over? I don't know. It's looking pretty I was going to say quiet. Interesting. Bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Cups. I mean, there's no doubt about it that these 2 people feel strongly about each other and care for each other, but I don't know if they're compatible with each other. I don't think that it's a successful match. I don't know if it's friends or if it's a relationship. It's one of the 2. It's either like a close relationship or it's either a romantic relationship, like a platonic relationship or a friendship or a relationship. And it's come to quite an intense ending, I feel. Or it's heading that way. Let's see what the astrology has to say. Can I have 1, please? Thank you. Again, Saturn. But it was reversed. It seems like there are lessons that each party has to learn, and they're not... I I just feel like there's two people that are just going opposite ways. They're like, they don't even, I'm curious to see what brought them together in the first place. You know what I mean? Scorpio. Sex. Maybe there was a sexual connection. Maybe it was friends with benefits. Maybe there was a deep kind of connection on some spiritual level in the respect, or maybe similarity. But I don't see like a connection as such. I see maybe you were able to talk to each other about something. This energy is intense, masterful and thoughtful and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So maybe, you know, just in terms of how the personality types, I think maybe there was like something in common between them. But there feels like these are two very, very different people. Very different people. One is the Hermit, one is the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins is a very independent energy. It could also be that one of the party is feeling that way. One of the party is wanting to break away from that commitment to another person. But the commitment to themselves is great. Like, it's really great. Maybe they want to pursue something. So far, when I'm seeing, is this over? I'm thinking that this is a yes. Okay, right. Looking at the archetypes. Okay, let's go for 2, because then we can have a look at both parties in the relationship. Because this is a relationship one. That's too many. Can I have 2, please? Is it over? Pile 3. Is it over? Pile 3. Can I have 2, please? Is it over? Is it over? Pile 3. I keep on getting 3, so I'm going to take 3. Okay, right, so we've got Prince, we've got Vampire, and we've got Angel. So I'm going to look at this, right? So we've got Prince and Angel. So light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return, which matches with the Hermit. And then we've also got shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with the angelic guidance. These were upright, so I'm going to take the light attributes here, but we just need to be aware of the shadow. Light attribute, romantic charm and potential for power, using power for self-aggrandizement. And then here we have, okay, this is a toxic relationship. It's a toxic relationship. Vampire, makes you aware that something is draining your life force, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining and codependency. This is a codependent relationship between 2 people. And I think you're realizing that it is like that. It's not a successful relationship. You're both actually quite powerful on your own. And I think, you know, coming together, it creates some sort of sense of toxicity. What else? Okay, let's have a look. How are we going to deal with this? Pile 3, is it over? Are we going to deal with this? How are we going to deal with this? Is it over? Is it over? Can I have 5, please? Ace of Wands. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles, reversed. 4 of Wands, reversed. 10 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Coins. There's movement in this relationship, but yeah, I don't, if this is a relationship, maybe there's withholding of sex, withholding of some kind of Bottom of the deck energy is the King of Wands. King of Wands, okay. King of Wands, both people want to make a move towards something different. They want something else, and they're taking charge to make something else happen. There's deep unhappiness within the situation because we've got both of the cards that denote happiness and success. They're reversed. Four of Wands reversed. This is not a happy situation. It really isn't. We've got the Five of Coins as well, which leads on from the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands to me comes back to the thing. There's no sex in this relationship. There's no... If this isn't a relationship between if this is just between friends, there's no spark. The relationship seems to be toxic for both of them if it's not sexual. But if it is sexual, there's no sex happening. And there's this sense of being in the cold. That's changing, but this lack of success is not very productive. And there's also a sense of having to put across a facade. I wouldn't be surprised if each of the parties are walking on eggshells in order to be around each other, because it's tentative. You can't be yourself. You can't be honest. There's only certain times where you feel safe in this situation because you want to kind of keep it together so that the other person doesn't lose their shit, really. And then with this Knight of Coins, there's this movement to try and make things better. But with the toxicity of the relationship, it doesn't really work. But there's movement. And I wouldn't be surprised if this would also be movement towards ending the relationship. But making a change is important. Raven is about, is the messenger of death, the messenger of something being over. So I get that sense of that's a clear sign that something that was supposed to be over is not ending. Something is not ending. It's not quite death, because I don't know if we've reached the stage of death yet. But I think there's something about both parties that are not ending the connection. And there's something that needs to end. Something is not getting through about this essence of toxicity, I feel. I think both parties may be just staying in it because they feel lonely. The idea of having a partner is nice. That's kind of what I get. I get that this is a relationship of convenience. It doesn't feel like something where both parties are taking responsibility for how they're behaving within the relationship. So, is it over? I think the relationship is over. Do I think the situation is over? I don't know about that. Okay. Too many. Can you see, like, as I said that, like, it's like, oh no, it's over. I don't really want to confront that. I don't really want to see that this is, it seems on paper that we should get on so well. We have so much in common. We have, like, all of these things. We really aspire. We seem like a power couple. We feel like we should really get on. I speak with good intent. Making sure that you both speak to each other with that intent, not to hurt or harm. I feel like arguments happen. There's bickering that happens. There's stuff that happens between you that, like, maybe the other person's words are misconstrued or something like that. So, I think to trust each other, to get the message clear. Wizard. You both know how to navigate this. I mean, what have we got? We don't have any major arcana. This is so within your power. There's no major arcana. This is a situation that can be fixed very easily. Very easily. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think that this has been a long relationship either. I'd be surprised if it was longer than 2 years. So yeah, I don't think it's a very long relationship. Not to say that, you know, when you live with someone, are with someone for 2 years, you know, but it doesn't feel like you've grown apart. It feels like you were these entities, and then you've realized that you can't really function together, but you've tried to make it work and it hasn't been successful. And there's been like some drama that's gone on between you two. And then there's been this kind of like lack of creativity, spark. The thing that brought you together has kind of puffed out. And then you've got this sense of the, you know, the deciding that something has to change, so you're not going to be out in the cold anymore, but it's still unsuccessful. There's still this, like, it's almost like a feigned happiness, like something that oh yeah, it's okay, but as long as I watch everything I say, walking on eggshells. And then you realize you can't live like this. You have to move, you have to do something about it. And there's something about the communication, you know. But both of you can manifest this into something really, really, like, you can change your reality. You can change things for yourself. And if that means taking the step to ending it, that might be something to think about. Okay, last card. Wow. Envy. I'm the same with everybody, but with different challenges. It was reversed. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, there is envy going on between the two of you, regardless of whether or not you're together romantically or not. I feel like there's this kind of like bickering, fighting, one-upmanship, competition. There's something that's going on that really makes it toxic, and this has to end. I think, is it over? I think it has to be, for both your best interests, but free will is free will. You do what you like. This is just advice anyway. You can tell me to go jump, I don't care. You know, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, that's what the cards say here. And I hope that it did come in useful for you to be able to make a decision on how to move forward with this situation. My darlings, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading and found it useful. If you did, please like it. Please subscribe for more videos. I upload every day. But otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Take care, my darlings. I'm sending you all the love in the world. You can do it. Take care. Bye.